Next question that we're getting now, it's from Manav from Gurugram, and he's dialing in for a stock query. Manav, good morning. Welcome to the show. What's your question?
Hi, good morning to everyone. So today I have a query on Suzlon. So I'm holding approximately 150 shares of Suzlon at an average price of 58 for just above more than a year as of now. So I have no issues in holding it for a little longer, maybe 2 years or 3 years. But would it be advisable at this current juncture to average it down, or should there be some other strategy should I follow?
Got it. Mr. Chokalingam, would you advise Manav to average down on Suzlon? We've also seen a corporate update yesterday, them forming on an executive council. But what would you recommend for Manav to do?
Yeah, since I hold only research analyst license, I would give my research view on the stock. I would give a buy recommendation on the stock because renewable energy capacity build-up is going to be very strong, short to medium to long term. Only limitation is that the solar power growth is much faster than the wind power. But however, the stock price has corrected a lot. So therefore, it becomes quite attractive, Suzlon, at current price.
Okay, the next question is from Ganesh, who's writing us from Bengaluru. He says he's got 1 lakh to invest in for a year, and he wants to know if he can go ahead and invest this in E2E systems or power finance 50-50 or any one of these. Kush, I'll come to you on this one. Where do you think that from a slightly long-term perspective, charts are more constructive? What would you do?
It's a tough one.
None of these.
Yeah, if that's an option, I would go with that.
Okay.
The reason being that we know why E2 is doing well. I mean, it's in the thick of things. It's in the middle of news flow, and it's done well. But you see, around that resistance zone of about 3,000 odd, that also fizzled out. And PFC, even REC for that matter, hasn't really done all that great. I mean, there was a recovery that was happening, but even that has met with resistance. If I were to pick one of the two, then I would still go with PFC, only because the margin of safety here seems to be relatively higher than E2E. But otherwise, I would say stick to auto names, stick to some of the PSU banking names that we've discussed. I would go with these. But like I said, between the two, PFC with the margin of safety angle seems a little safer.
Since Kush, you spoke about auto, but we also had a question of auto stocks to enter and invest roughly 2 lakhs. You have any names that you can recommend?
Absolutely. I think Mahindra & Mahindra has become very attractive after the kind of fall that you're seeing. The tractor sales, you would actually know a lot better on that. Has done well, all of that. I think Mahindra & Mahindra is something that you should consider on declines right now, for sure. From the auto space. Also, Bajaj Auto. This one's had a very steady up run. Every time it dips close to the 20-day and the 50-day moving average, you see some kind of recovery. Yes, it's dipped with the market, so that actually presents a good opportunity. So if I were to pick the two names, from one each, then it would be Bajaj Auto and Mahindra & Mahindra.
For Mahindra, do you think that this level, because we saw buying from this level actually the last time around from 3,300, now war-led effects or whatever you might call it has led it to come back to this level. Do you think this is now a level that it could see that support being built in?
Absolutely. The daily setup has an RSI positive divergence, which means the last time around it was a 3,300 versus now the strength in this dip is actually more, in the sense that the strength in the stock is more. So it is suggesting that this could perhaps be a near-term bottom. Of course, war escalation could take any stock anywhere, but just on pure technical basis, right now it's on a good footing. This would be a good time to consider Mahindra & Mahindra for an entry.